we're going now, so that's good. Okay, great. Um, awesome. Well, I'll go ahead and get started. I'm sure you're all very eager to hear what the deal is with survey stuff this year. I'm really excited about it and glad to do it with y'all. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. I got a couple slides to walk through together. Y'all are welcome to put questions in the chat and we'll get to them at the end. We'll have time for questions and things. So here we go. First half hour with eCollect for this year. Yay. If you haven't met me or are used to seeing Wendy's face from last year's survey things, she has bequeathed to me the survey, which is a very high honor, and I'm excited to take it on. I'm Laura Corin, and I'm the newest member of our team. I've been here almost a year. So here we go. What we're going to do today is we're going to make sure that I record this meeting, which we are doing. So we're on track excellently already. We're going to do a little bit of an intro to the survey extravaganza and just orient ourselves to why we're doing this and all the details that are important to frame our journey. We'll review the resources that are available, talk about how this year's survey is different from in the past, go through questions, and then kind of think ahead to the future. So we'll start with the who, what, when, where, why. So who first. We've kind of got three main stakeholders here. We've got the Education Oversight Committee, which we at SCDE work closely with. They are shaping the content and do calculations for indicator and all of surveys. We've got South Carolina school districts, so I know that, really the people who do the surveys are the students and teachers and parents. But for this group, it's y'all accountability coordinators and power school admins and various district people that we don't have names for in the DMs list that are doing a lot of the big work of getting survey stuff where it needs to be so that students and parents and teachers can fill it out. And then we've got my team here at SCDE in the Office of Research and Data Analysis. We've got our data collection team, data reporting team. So that's kind of where we're approaching survey stuff from. We've got our what, when, where. So what climate surveys give feedback on the school experience across the state. So of course it's also feedback from the survey gives data for school report cards, and that's really valuable. But I want to kind of emphasize that having feedback on how schools are going and how they can keep improving or meet goals is really valuable as well. So not just the metric, but the people part of it. As a former teacher, I remember thinking that's really cool that they want to hear what it's like for me and maybe make some changes based on my feedback. So when we have the survey window opens on February 24th, so in just over a month, and it goes till April 11th. So in the weeks leading up to that, we'll prepare, and then we'll keep meeting throughout the window to troubleshoot and just be on the same page with all survey things. I feel like this meeting is a competition with myself of how many times I can say the word survey. It's a lot. And then where, things with screens. The survey can be taken on mobile devices, iPads, computers. It can be taken at school or at home. So just anywhere that has an internet connection and a screen. And then why. So kind of with the what, the why is to get feedback and to have a metric for how our schools across the state are doing and where there's need for improvement. Any questions at this point? I think sometimes I go fast and I want to be sure to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, doing okay so far, it seems like, or we're all just very quiet, but either way is fine. Okay, So we'll go through the resources on the website. So here's our climate survey page for this year. I linked it in the email this morning as well, and some of the Tuesday emails for PowerSchool admins. So it's got plenty of information for you here. We've got the survey window, dates, working on a memo. It should be coming out soon, but it'll just have a condensed version of what we're going over together. Some documentation that's been updated for this year, which we'll look at a little bit more in a minute. Some FAQs, so the different types of surveys and why, and I'll let y'all read all this, but just some things that you may be wondering, or if you're new to this or need a good reminder. There is this one part that's important, is who should complete the survey, the teacher survey. So we've got this list here. It's also in the accountability manual and some of the documentation above in this one. But this is a big question. So it's right here on the survey page, is which teachers are calculated in the indicator. And then we also have how to do a PowerSchool ticket if you're unsure, for survey stuff specifically. And then we've got the past 2 years of survey information, the same page for the past 2 years archived here. So if you're curious what we had last year, you can click here and find out. And I want to go briefly through this admin packet for 2025. I'm thinking we'll go maybe through one document a week or so, depending on pace and questions, in our half hours that they collect leading up to the survey window. And so today we'll just kind of scroll through the administration packet. So this is an overview and just to frame our minds as we're getting ready for the survey. So kind of what the survey is assessing, and then the timeline for it. And I'm going to just scroll through. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Y'all can all read. And then again, how to do a PowerSchool ticket for survey things as needed. Got some general reminders for different individuals in the districts, so survey coordinators and school climate indicator information about that. Some specific information on struggling readers and students in special ed. We'll talk more specifically about those in the future, and some things to remember about all surveys, teacher surveys. Here's the PCS codes again. Survey administration. So we've got some guidelines here specific to student, teacher, and parent, and then monitoring survey administration. So we've got the same reports we had last year, and again, we'll look at those in more detail in future weeks, but just to show you that these are all in this packet. This is kind of the big gathering of major information here. So we also have the PowerSchool survey completion reports PDF here, accessing eCollect forms, and the parent and guardian links. So we'll go through those in more detail later, but this is where all of this information is. And we'll talk about this in a second, but I'd like to just charge y'all with looking through the administration packet over the next week or so and coming back to next week's half hour with eCollect or sending me an email with any questions you have. I don't want to assume that everyone needs me to read every detail to you, but if y'all can just take a couple minutes, I know we don't have a ton of extra time, but just glance through it, and if you'll come with any questions you have, that will help shape my planning for the future. So that's a bit of what's on the page. So we'll talk also about the changes for this year's survey. So just a little chart of what's the same and what's different. So what's the same is all the questions and content did not change over the past year. Translation options are the same as they were in the past. The PCS codes for who should complete are the same. I think there was maybe one change of the title for one of the codes, but the number codes themselves, I believe, are the same. And then the tracking methods to see who should complete or who has completed the surveys are the same. We've got those reports in PowerSchool. So I assume that a lot of us are familiar with this from previous years, and hopefully it'll be smooth with this. The big difference is that the way that we're encrypting the survey is different. So in the past, we've had some pretty detailed encryption that's made it difficult to interpret results. And so we're simplifying that, and that may even speed up calculations. We'll see. But that's the big thing. And so that mostly affects SCDE, but just so you're aware that that's a change for this year. And I think I went really fast through all of that. What questions do y'all have? Any questions?
Laura, this is Cindy. When can we expect to get the updated form imported and access to the form in our PowerSchool?
The parent link form?
Yes.
That'll probably be closer to when the survey window opens, just because we want to make sure that we have all of the students that are actively enrolled as of the window. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll have more like a solid date closer to then. Anything else? Y'all are just super excited. Oh, I see one in the chat. Possible to get a file beforehand of everyone who's slated to take the survey so we can clean up any errors before it starts. Oh, that's a great question. We're actually going to talk about that next week. But yes, it is possible to get that data. Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, yeah, this is Aaron Brown. I work on the teacher climate survey processing. I am hoping very soon we'll have a report operational in the report portal via Member Center. It looks at the live SC Educator data and tells you who is supposed to take a survey based on position codes, dates, and such. I'm hoping to have that actually operational by next Thursday. If it's not operational, I plan to put a snapshot out to ADTS and hopefully have it operational very soon. But that'll be a good utility for all of you, for the teachers who are supposed to take the surveys. But yeah, more detail next week.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really, really awesome. Aaron's worked really hard on it, and I'm very appreciative, as I know y'all are too. Vanessa, I see your question about QR codes. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check on that. Okay, and then Pat had a question will getting the Form be different for self-hosted districts? Thanks, Wendy, for getting that. It's gonna be the same as it was in the past. And yeah, I'm waiting on one thing from PowerSchool, and then we'll set a meeting to get that all squared away for self-hosted districts. Yeah. Any other questions for the moment? I've been in survey land for a couple months, but it may take a minute for other people to get their survey heads back on, and that's totally fine. We can get there together. Okay. Well, yeah, so like I said, if y'all will look through the administration packet, and if you have extra time and want to look at other documentation, that's fine too. I'll allow it. But if you'll come over the next week or 2 weeks or send an email with questions that you have from that, that will help me a lot. That's kind of the next steps piece of it, is just give me a little bit of feedback on that. In terms of contact, here's my email address if you don't have it. This is my phone number. And the PowerSchool email address, you're welcome to email that. I will say that I am usually the one who checks it. So it's probably faster to just email me directly than to email PowerSchool, because I don't check it all day long, but I check it multiple times a day. So that's how you can get to us. Yeah, we'll keep going into more specifics over the next couple weeks and months, but wanted to start with a bit of an overview. So I'm happy to stay on if anybody has questions or thoughts, but if not, then we'll go a little bit early and looking forward to it. Everybody, thanks. I'll stop sharing, I guess. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah, thanks y'all.
Thanks so much. Have a good day.
All right. Yeah. All right. Bye y'all.